Hello, and welcome to Hot Dog and Handshake Pro Wrestling Show. Classic Review Series. I am Shane Price, joined by Jayden Ginsweider. Are you ready to throw it back to 1991?
We're going pretty far. This is kind of among the farther back we've done since we restarted all this.
Are you ready to go at 91? Are you ready to go back to the bomb threats at the LA Coliseum?
Oh, yeah, I got some notes on that. Historically, I'm not really a New Generation guy. I don't know if this counts as New Generation.
It does. It's right before.
But historically, not kind of my era. But I was pretty excited to look into going into this show.
You don't like some of the hot characters? Like, hold on. Coco Beware in the dark match that we didn't get to see?
Duke the Dumpster Drozy?
Booger?
Isaac Yankem DDS?
Fake Diesel and Fake Ramon?
Oh, I love Fake Diesel and Fake. I love Fake Diesel, hate Fake Razor.
I love Fake Diesel, and I hate Isaac Yankem.
Yep. So this was on March 24th, 1991. Of course, this is WWF Wrestlemania VII. 15,000 people in the Los Angeles Memorial Sports Arena, which it does not exist anymore. And disappointingly, there's not a good demolition video of it. So I love a good arena demolition video.
That's so lame.
Where they do like the controlled explosion.
Boring. Yawn.
This is in Los Angeles, of course. This is the second of 4 Manias that have been in L.A. Can you name the other 3?
39.
Yep.
21.
Yep.
7 and 2.
Yep, there you go. 7 and 2. Yep, you got them all. So, of course, 2, it was one of the 3 locations.
See, 2 I only know because this 2 was the really weird one.
Yeah, it's the weird one where they did 3 locations. 7, of course, we just watched. And then 21, we will be getting to later. That was my pick for this. And then 39 just happened, so that was pretty easy.
Joker picked the wrong one. Joker should have picked 2.
Yeah. Gorilla Monsoon, Bobby Heenan, Jim Duggan, Lord Alfred Hayes, and Regis Philbin on commentary.
Did Alex Trebek's also here, too. Don't forget.
Yeah, we'll get to him. And then this was the first Mania to not have Jesse the Body Ventura on commentary. Could
be for the best. Probably isn't, though. Starting off with our first televised match.
We got 3 hours 30 is the runtime. And then we got to get into why are we reviewing this show. So do you want to explain kind of the concept of the next few weeks?
Mania's coming up. Obviously, it's that time of the year. We wanted to look back at some Manias that you just like watching, you know. At least for me, I feel like, is this one that stuck out, you know?
Mm-hmm. So this was Shane's pick.
This is my pick, yeah. Believe it or not, this is my pick. You'll find out why in a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to say what the other 2 are?
It's 21 and 17, right?
21 and 13.
13, okay.
So 13 was Joka's pick. We had him pick 1. Hopefully we can get him in for that.
You know, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of weird. We did 7, 13, 21.
They're kind of pretty evenly spaced.
Yeah.
Aren't they? Yeah. It was. If we were 1 off, it would have been.
If we did 14, it'd be perfect.
Perfect. Yeah. So, could see. I picked 21, of course. I just thought it'd be fun. 1, the Rey Mysterio Eddie match on that show is really good, and I like that. And then also it's like Cena's first title win. It's kind of the scene of it all. And then my next notes are the Memorial Coliseum stuff. There were fake worries about a terrorist attack because of Sgt Slaughter's Iraqi sympathizer character.
What if Saddam Hussein got to L.A. and blew it up, you know?
But actually, they were tracking for poor ticket sales, so they just moved the building. They shot too high with the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum, which would have been a great venue.
Maybe if they put the main event at the right match, but that's neither here nor there.
Yep. Celebrities in attendance for the show: George Steinbrenner, owner of the New
York
Yankees.
Athletes Club, or
no? But the next guy does. Paul McGuire, who was a professional football player, apparently. Let me see if I can.
Some guy.
I think he might have played for the Bears when I looked him up. Paul McGuire. Let's see. American former professional football player. Oh, he played for the Bills. That's what it was. But yeah. So, Paul McGuire was there. Do you want to put him in the athlete club?
Sure.
All right. Hats off to Paul McGuire. Also, Macaulay Culkin. You see him on screen prominently a couple times. Future President Donald Trump
Future Hall of Famer Donald Trump, too. Don't forget
Yeah.
that part.
Future should-be President Lou Ferrigno.
Maybe not.
Chuck Norris, Beverly D'Angelo, and Henry Winkler.
Future President Henry
Future President Henry Winkler. Bob Costas was supposed to be there, but canceled because he objected to the main event angle.
Good.
That's why they moved it to the Coliseum.
Good.
Because Bob Costas wasn't going to show up. Now you can get to the match.
He brought his fans with him. That's why.
Yeah, that's all the notes I have pre-show. So if you want to,
All right,
pop
the
in there.
Rockers with Margie and Shawn Michaels take on the Heenan family of Haku and the Barbarian,
Mm-hmm.
better known as Barbarian.
Where did my notes go? There we go.
Funnily enough, Haku and Barbarian both Tongan.
Really? I didn't know Barbarian was. I knew Haku was, but
There are no Samoans on the show, I believe.
really.
I
But they are related to that fuck-ass family in some way.
Yes.
Okay. Haku and Barbarian got no entrance, which is something I could not fathom happening at WrestleMania now. Like, that is just absolutely would not happen.
Yeah, no, would never happen. With Samoa.
There were audible screams from the crowd when the Rockers took their shirts off.
Hey, this is like
The ladies loved the Rockers, dude.
maybe
They were heartthrobs.
I would say maybe not Margie, but I know what he gets up to these days, so I'm gonna say yeah, they did.
Yeah.
And still do.
And then WWF really loved the red, white, and blue in '91, especially the white, if you know what I mean. I take it you do know what I mean.
No idea. No idea what you mean.
Do you got any notes on this match?
I thought it was a no whatever match.
I mostly just wrote jokes.
It was okay.
Pretty whatever opener.
Shawn Michaels was not enough of a man whore to be good yet, so
Yeah, he needs more of that white before he's good. I gave it 2.5.
Maybe some red too.
Yeah.
I gave this. What'd you give it?
2.5.
I gave it 2.
Mean Gene interview with Regis Philbin, Marla Maples, and Alex Trebek.
Is Marla Maples making it to the athletes?
I don't know, was she an athlete?
No.
Okay. I just wanted to point out that Regis said he saw Earthquake flip a Pizza Hut delivery truck and eat everything inside.
I would. You know what? I think he could.
That's just,
I bet John Tenta could.
That seems like John Tinta, what he gets up to on an afternoon in L.A. On to the next match.
Dino Bravo with our favorite manager this time period, Nutty Hodge, Jimmy Hart.
Oh, God. Jimmy Hart makes a lot of appearances here.
He does.
It's fun, though, because he changes his jacket every time to something related to...
He has like at least 5 jackets.
Because this was a very Montreal, it's got the, whatever it's called, the Saints logo thing.
It's
blue.
all just like...
Very French-Canadian.
Airbrushed to shit and back.
This is the first Kerry Von Erich match we've done on this.
I believe so.
We should do some WCCW at some point. I know there's some on the
I brought it
Peacock.
up back in the day.
I know there's some on Peacock. We should check that out. But
there's one of young Shawn Michaels in it too. So
is it? Yeah. Not very bad, but very short match.
Yes.
Like these two guys could kind of go, especially Kerry.
I wish I would have seen more of this match because it's Kerry Von Erich and Dino Bravo, and they're both pretty good guys in the ring. So
I gave it 2. It was just
too
short.
I gave it 2 as well.
But yeah, Von Erich, of course. If you want to learn more about the harrowing Von Erich story, the Iron Claw movie from a couple years ago was incredible. Should have been nominated for more Academy Awards, but got snubbed. Anyway, continuing.
Then I guess we'll just keep going to the matches here because unless there's anything else.
Anything else.
All
No.
right.
On the next one.
The British Bulldog, who probably loves a little bit of that red, if you know what I mean, that wine, and he took on the Warlord, who's best known for going over the top rope really fast.
The amount of steroids flowing through these two men could kill a rhinoceros.
Probably,
Like,
most likely.
It's insane. This was actually a solid match. There were a few kind of rough spots, but I thought it was a good match overall.
That was pretty good.
I had some fun.
It was okay.
I gave it 3. I had some fun.
I gave it 2.5. I thought it was a pretty good start, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing too terrible. Nothing too.
Then we get our first title match of the night.
Yeah, but it's the Hart Foundation. Brett and Jim taking on Brian Knobbs and Jerry Sags in the Nasty Boys.
Never been a fan of the Nasty Boys.
Well, they're Hogan's boys, so that should explain a lot.
Love Bret Hart. This was a pretty good match overall.
Jimmy Hart for jacket too, though. So that actually adds some points to your match total. What'd you give it?
3 1/4.
I gave it 3. So
Kind of on the same page there. Yeah, I mean it's just if I'm watching Bret Hart, I'm having fun.
then
You know what I mean?
we have a match and a half.
Oh, dude, the fun. Talk about fun, dude. This was great.
The blindfold Jake Roberts and Rick Martel match.
I forgot this match existed, and then when I saw it on the card, I was so happy. This is just...
What a goddamn match this is.
This was a great match. Them scrambling around, trying to find each other. I love when Martel just starts throwing wild kicks, just hoping he hits something, and Jake Roberts is like all the way across the ring. Oh my god!
Has there ever been a bad blindfold match though?
Not that I've seen. We need more of these. Get Chad Gable in a blindfold match, damn it! You know how much fun that would be?
That'd be so. That'd be so good.
This was just incredible fun. We need more blindfold matches. I gave this 3 3/4.
I
good.
loved this. I'm gonna give it a 4.
Okay.
I loved this so much. I love this too much, you know.
Yeah, of course Damien got involved too. The little snake action in there.
Yeah.
Well, big snake action. But
Dave's a big boy.
yeah.
So, and then our first match of the streak.
Yes.
The dead man, rest in peace, Undertaker. Oh, yes, with Paul Bear, takes on Jimmy Snuka.
Yep. Superfly.
The murder.
Pretty whatever match.
This match was so mid.
I gave it 2.5.
I gave it 2.
Just such a.
It was for what the streak became. It was so mid.
Jimmy was kind of cooked by 91.
Can you believe he had more than one world title ring in his future?
Yeah, because he's a future ECW world champion.
Yep.
So, unfortunately.
Thank you to Dean Douglas for all you've done for wrestling. Literally.
Man, we've talked a lot about Dean Douglas recently.
Yeah.
A lot more.
A little more than
usual.
usual. Huh.
And then the next match?
The next match is, well, there's a little bit of a thing in between, and I don't know if you wrote down about.
I didn't. What did you write down?
There's a debate with George Steinbrenner and some football player. I think it's the guy you mentioned, Paul Douglas.
Paul McGuire.
Paul McGuire. They talk about instant replay.
Was this on the network version? Did you watch a
It's
different
on
version
the.
of show?
It's Brian Zane talks about it, and I just want to talk about it too because how. Why is this on WrestleMania?
I don't know. I must have tuned out for this part, or I don't know. I don't remember this.
Brian Zane talked about it, and I'm like, I went and found the whole thing.
Oh, okay. So it's not actually in the Peacock version.
I don't know. I don't remember if it's a Peacock version or not, but it's part of the show apparently.
Mm-hmm.
It's stupid because Steinbrenner's on the show. This is the only thing he appears in that thing. He's not at the show.
Yeah.
It's stupid, but it's whatever. It's just getting ready for our next match.
Mm-hmm.
Dun, 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 dun. Here comes the smash. Here comes Bryan Adams.
Are you skipping like the big match of the show?
Oh yeah, I am. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
My bad. The best match of the show is actually this best match.
So did you pick it for this Savage match or the next match?
I'll be real. I picked it for the next match.
Okay. So like when we get to Classic Hot Dog Classic Handshake, this is on the table.
Yes.
Okay.
Which we will get to this most likely.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a little spoiler, but
Yeah, this is the Macho King Randy Savage and Sensational Sherry coming out.
Mm-hmm.
He's taking on the Ultimate Warrior.
Ultimate Warrior who ran out of cocaine, apparently?
Yeah. No, because I think the way Brian
Apologies
Zane,
if you heard that motorcycle.
the way Brian Zane puts it is that it's a serious affair, so he's not coked up, which is why he almost lost.
Exactly.
This
is a career-ending match.
Yes. So
whoever
it's career versus
so-
career. Shout out to
And-
Stardom, by the way.
Spectacular gear match.
Oh, maybe one of the best gear lineups of all time. So Macho Man's in that beautiful bright purple gear.
Yeah.
Sherry's in some beautiful gear, and the Warriors gear is extremely underrated.
Oh yeah, it was very good. gear
It means much more than this with the world title airbrushed on the tights.
yeah.
That's awesome. This match is really good, though.
Dude, yeah, there were some fun spots in this. I love this Savage was just wailing on Warrior while Warrior hulked up. That was great. And then the part where Warrior can't get the win and he questions his gods. That was awesome.
See, he should have been coked up.
Oh my god, that was awesome.
This is I thought I used to consider Ultimate Warrior to be in our little group of like action figure wrestlers.
Oh, he's definitely an action figure wrestler. But
This match is so much more than that.
Savage pulled every ounce of good match out of Warrior.
He did.
He got all of it, and it was an incredible match. It's the best of Warrior's career. Savage knew exactly how to showcase the strengths of Warrior and hide the weaknesses of Warrior.
Yes.
Like, he was just so smart. Savage was. And I also love that, like, Warrior showed personality in this match. He wasn't just a mindless coke monster. He showed personality. He had real feelings and emotions during the match. And of course, speaking of emotion, there's the great moment with Elizabeth at the end with Randy and that, seemingly send off for Savage's career. Of course, he would end up jumping to WCW and wrestling more, and then as everyone knows, he wrestles in TNA.
That one time, yeah.
4.5 stars. This was incredible.
I gave it 4 3/4. I thought it was damn near perfect.
It was very, very good.
And now I get back to my little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Dun, 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 dun. Here comes the guy. There goes the axe. But there is the Smasher with Brian Adams and Mr. Fuji. They take on the team of Koji Katao of SWS and a terrible temper, and Genichiro Tenryu.
Yeah. I wrote here, Regis Philbin is interviewing Genichiro Tenryu. Regis Philbin.
Who does not speak a lick of Japanese at all.
On WWF television. Pay-per-view. Interviewed Tenryu. What kind of Mad Lib is this?
I don't know. This match is a Mad Lib.
Yeah. It's insane that Tenryu wrestled at Mania. Just
insane.
One of the craziest people to have, like not crazy as in like actually insane people, but like craziest that it happened people in Mania history, if not number one.
Could you imagine if he never left All Japan? This could have been even crazier. Because it wouldn't have been Katao going. It would have been somebody else.
Well, here's the thing. It wouldn't have been Tenryu because I read a little bit about this, and it wasn't a Tenryu partnership. It was an SWS partnership.
That's Tenryu.
Oh, that he owns the whole thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So maybe it would have been All Japan instead, or New Japan.
It would have been All Japan instead, most likely.
So yet another pay-per-view that could have had Misawa and Kobashi on it.
God damn, imagine Kobashi and Misawa against Demolition. Man, it would be so much better than this match.
Yeah, this was a solid bruising match. Like I didn't think it was great though. I gave it 3 stars.
I gave it 2 3/4.
It's more fun that it happened than what it actually was.
Yes, for sure. Is the idea of
it's better trivia than it was a match.
If this was Tenryu Macho Man, it'd be a 5.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
If it was anything else, it'd probably be a 4.
Mm-hmm.
But Brian Adams kind of stinks.
Yep. We got our second title match of the night up.
Mr. Perfect, Bobby Heenan on one side, and the Big Ball Man on the other side
for the Intercontinental title. I just wrote here, Jesus Christ, the bump on that turnbuckle shot. Because Boss Man slams Hennig's head into the turnbuckle, and then he just like jumps back 6 feet. It was really
shout
funny.
out to Mr. Perfect for being the best bumper of all time.
Mr. Perfect is great. We got an Andre the Giant appearance here to help out Boss Man at the end. This was the last time Andre the Giant appeared on WrestleMania.
He had better things to do, like go to Japan.
Mm-hmm.
And that's about it.
And drink
more beers than any human ever should.
Almost impossible amounts of beer, I think.
Yeah, no, legitimately, yeah.
Yeah.
Weird, crazy dude.
Solid match with a lame finish, is what I wrote here.
Could you believe we have 5 more matches to go?
Yeah, insane. I gave it 2 3/4.
I gave it 2.5.
Mm-hmm.
Legion of Doom
Oh, you're skipping one again.
Oh,
Greg
yeah.
Valentine,
Oh, who
Earthquake.
gives a shit? Greg the Hammer
Well-
Valentine takes on John Tent the Earthquake.
This is interesting because before this match, Chuck Norris name drops Gorgeous George and Professor Tanaka.
Two guys that people definitely know of.
Yeah. Well, hey, you know Gorgeous George if you watched Queen of the
honestly,
Ring
yeah.
like we did. We should have reviewed that on the pod. Maybe we will. Maybe we
It's
will.
still fresh in my head for next week.
Yeah. Maybe we will have reviewed it on the pod by the time you're hearing this show.
Yeah,
I don't
who
know.
knows?
I just
Who
kind
knows?
of forgot about it for the show we just did's notes.
So this how you feel this match?
This was a very bad match. It was short, slow, and janky. That's what I wrote. 1
2.
star.
Oh, 1. I get. Let me rephrase mine then.
No, take you can go 2.
No, I'm not going 2.
I'm not going to judge you for that.
I, just,
You might have had more fun with this than I did. I
I
don't
mean,
know.
I like John Tenta,
No, that's fair.
but yeah, I'll stick with 2. I like John Tenta.
Mm-hmm.
Then finally,
Tag team action.
talk about some action figure wrestlers. This whole match is action figure wrestlers. It's the Legion of Doom versus Power and Glory.
Power and Glory. Give them actually both these teams. I'll give them credit. Action figure wrestlers with incredible finishers.
Yes.
So this was not even really a match. Not terrible though. So I gave it 1 3/4.
I gave it 1.5.
Okay, so we're kind of on the same page there.
And then, oh, Jesus.
Hey, this is the match we're all here for. This is the big storyline.
Sure. Ted DiBiase and wrestling superstar Virgil. His words, not my. You know what? No, let me give him his proper credit. Wrestling superstar, leader of the Meat Sauce Mafia. God rest his soul, Virgil.
Yeah, 1 1/4.
1.
Slow, boring match with a count out finish.
The best part of this match was Virgil's entrance. That was it.
Yep, because of Roddy Piper.
Yes.
Roddy Piper was the only good part of this match, and he wasn't even in the match.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Next match though, the co-main event of the night.
Yeah, the semi-main.
Tito Santana, who's wasting his time with the Mountie.
Yeah, my notes here are what was even the point of this with 2 question marks and 1/2 star.
This should have been Tito versus Tenryu.
Tenryu.
This should have been Tito versus Kobashi.
Tito should have just been in All Japan.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah.
Tito's too good for this.
I'll agree with you. 1.5 star. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck the Mountie. On to the next match.
I don't care if his hands are very strong. He sucks. Fuck him.
Yep.
PCO better. Our next match, not much better.
I think it was much better than the Tito Santana match.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, it's fair. Not much better than Virgil Ted to me.
Okay, this is the Slaughter Hogan.
Yes, Slaughter Hogan for the world title.
Here's the thing.
Iraqi sympathizer, Sgt Slaughter.
Listen, and now I'm not defending this angle. If you hate this angle, that's fair. I have no real qualms about it. Maybe if I was alive at the time and understood the Gulf War more, I would have hated it. But for me,
that, folks, he's defending Saddam Hussein.
Yep, big fan. Pretty run-of-the-mill main event for the era, but I felt like they told a pretty good story. Overall, as annoying as America's the Best story is, I thought they told it well. I liked the bit with the Iraq flag.
Could you imagine if they ran this back to the modern times?
They tried in 2005,
Okay, you know what?
and it went horrendously.
That's fair.
Or 2004.
It was 5.
Oh, 2004.
Which wasn't
somewhere in
even.
there.
Which wasn't. It wasn't. It was. First of all, Muhammad Hassan, his character the entire time should have been a good guy. Should have been a good guy. I was stand by that for the rest of my life.
Mm-hmm.
Second of all, imagine in 2025 though.
2025. Well, unfortunately, the 2025 version of this would be some sort of Israel-Palestine thing.
See,
And WWE would not handle it with grace.
No, they didn't handle this with grace.
Yeah.
I would be expecting, like, first of all, that makes everything quit on the spot. Which is why I think they would do the Houthis versus USA,
Yeah.
which would be even worse.
Or with the way things are going, maybe USA versus Canada.
The Mountie is your top heel.
Yeah. listen, you may not have liked this. I liked this more than the average Hogan match, so maybe I'm giving it a better grade because I was expecting less. I gave this 3 1/4. I had a little bit of fun with this.
What? I gave it 1.5.
Really, yeah. See, I had a little bit of fun with this. It was a fun story to watch. It was goofy. It was probably tasteless.
I think if you take all of the geopolitics out of the question, Iraqi sympathizer Sgt Slaughter is a very funny idea.
Yeah, like, listen, this wasn't technically great. This isn't 3 1/4 on like any sort of technical in-ring scale. It's 3 1/4 because I had fun. They told a story. That's what wrestling is about.
I did not have fun, so that's
okay. But I'm not gonna sit here and claim it's match of the night.
all right. So let's get to our categories and away from Iraqi sympathizing.
Best moment.
It's Hogan and
best moment. It is unequivocally Savage and Elizabeth.
It's Savage and Elizabeth. There's no other question.
No, this might be the least debatable best moment we've ever had.
Yeah, most likely.
It is Savage and Elizabeth all the way. MVP of the night. I think it has to be Savage.
Yeah.
He just left it all in the ring. You know, at the time, this seemed like a farewell, and he gave everything he had. So I think it's got to be Macho Man. Heat check.
Regis.
That's what I was thinking. I was gonna see what you had first, but Regis Philbin is who I had. Yes, absolutely, was Regis Philbin. He was hilarious. I get why he had a successful show. Like, yeah, great. Apex Mountain.
Is this the apex of Tenryu in the States?
I don't know.
Compared to his 2 Rumble appearances.
I don't know. I don't think I've watched those Rumbles. I don't know. Is this the apex for Sgt Slaughter?
No.
I think this is the most over.
You mean this is the most over he's been? Yeah.
I mean, not
fair.
over. I think it's the most heat he got. You know what I mean? It's like the biggest crowd reactions he probably ever got. I don't know. Maybe I don't know enough about Sgt Slaughter to say for sure, but it seems like a pretty big. It feels like when Sgt Slaughter passes away, right? And a bunch of people write wrestling pieces about his career. I feel like this is going to be mentioned in the first paragraph of a lot of those.
Probably.
Like, this was a pretty big thing in his career. Was this the Apex Mountain for Virgil?
Yes.
Okay, that's a sad Apex Mountain.
Or his appearance at Joey Janela's Spring Break as Starman. You pick which one's worse for him.
This era, 91, Apex for Mr. Perfect. Kind of roughly early 90s.
His NWO run, actually.
NW.
I think his in-ring was better then, but...
absolutely the Apex Mountain for the Ultimate Warrior, without a question.
Easy.
Apex Mountain for blindfold matches. I don't think blindfold matches have ever had a valley, though.
No.
They've just always been on top.
I like that Triple H one a bit better, though.
We should review the Triple H one sometime.
We should
put that. I'll put that on the list. I'll find what show that was on and put it on the list.
It's on some Raw.
Apex Mountain for fake terrorist attacks worries.
No. Muhammad Hassan's is worse. So I would have given some Muhammad Hassan's.
All right. I think that's it. Surprise. I meant for Apex Mountain.
Oh.
Surprise of the show. What was surprising? Honestly, no.
Regis Philbin.
Yeah, was it? I think it was Regis. I think Regis Philbin was surprised the show. He was really fun, and I didn't know he was going to be there before I tuned in, even before I watched this. So I'll go with that. Recasting. Do you want to give this Macho Warrior?
Sure. Let's recast Regis Philbin too.
Recast Regis Philbin too. Okay, I like that. Macho Warrior. So it has to be a guy who's maybe on the outs.
On the outs.
Macho.
And
legendary character, legendary figure.
John Cena.
Cena. Okay.
Who's a heel? John Cena. That's right there. It's right there.
Who is a heel? And who is the Ultimate Warrior? The guy who. But see, the thing is, okay. But with this guy who's on the outs, it has to be someone who's still really good enough to really pull. Do you think Cena can really pull something out of a? Out of a lesser opponent, like what Warrior was? Or would this be more like would this be more like Danielson
Yeah, it's more
or
Danielson.
or Styles? I think Styles.
Yeah,
is a
we'll go
better
AJ.
comp. Okay, so it's AJ, and who is AJ gonna be the best match of his career too? Leaving it all in the ring. Not the best match of AJ's career, but the best match of his opponent's career. Character guy.
Oh man, that's a good one.
Bright colors.
No,
Is Jey Uso the Ultimate Warrior right now?
Yeah, it's Jey Uso.
You guys can't see because we don't do video, obviously, but I did the yeet hand signal.
Yeet.
In a match where the loser, his career is over.
Loser's career is over. I hope
And
not.
everyone on earth is rooting for AJ Styles. Let's see, what's the next category?
Yeet.
What are we casting? Best double feature.
You want to do Macho Tenryu from Wrestling Classic or Wrestling Summit?
With the Macho Warrior match? Or just with with either.
With both of them,
with
actually.
both those matches back to back, and then watch the Macho Tenryu match from the from the Wrestling Summit. That's a pretty good one. Trying to think, maybe I know Macho DiBiase from years before was pretty good. Did Macho have a good Flair match? Did he have a Flair match at Mania?
I don't think it was at Mania, but
Maybe it was like
it's
SummerSlam
a
or
good
something.
match, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, there's some good match. I like the Tenryu pick though, because it kind of applies to both of those. Does anything from this make the Wrestling Criterion Collection?
Macho and Elizabeth.
Macho and Elizabeth, I could not agree more. I think absolutely. Let me find the Criterion Collection page here. So that is the 12th entrant in our Wrestling Criterion Collection. So that joins Taker throwing Mankind off the cell, Kenny versus Okada at Dominion, Cole versus Gargano at TakeOver New York, Misawa versus Kobashi, Navigate for Evolution 03, All In 2018, Bret Hart versus Shawn WrestleMania 12, the build to Sting versus Hogan at Starrcade 97, the Montreal Screwjob, Tommy Dreamer versus Raven, the whole feud, the finish to the 05 Rumble, Steve Austin versus Vince McMahon, the whole feud, and then now, of course, Macho and Miss Elizabeth reunite. Classic Hot Dog, Classic Handshake.
Macho, the entire Macho Man segment.
Macho versus Warrior plus the Elizabeth moment, I think is the best way to put that.
Yeah.
All right. That's absolutely for me too. Like you can't argue with that. Out of 10, what are we gonna give this out of 10?
The show kind of sucked. I'll be real. Give it a 5.
Really? Okay, you're gonna go 5.
Yeah.
I gave it a 2.5.
Wow.
And all 2.5 of that goes to the Macho match, the Tenryu match, and the main event.
I'll rate it lower down. I was expecting you to go a little higher.
Okay.
I'll give it a 4.
Go to 4. Drop it down.
Yeah,
to
I
4.
thought I'd give it like a 3.5. So
Still gives it a 3.25 overall, which is the worst score.
It's the worst ever.
Worst of the year. Let me see. Did last year have a worse one? We got a 4 in here. The worst since we restarted last year. For
Okay.
sure.
All right,
It beats Halloween Havoc 89, which was a 4.
All right, cool.
So next week, I was texting with Joka while we were doing this. Seems like he should be here next week for this one. So you just want to, of course we already said it, but if you just want to preview our next week's show.
WrestleMania 21?
No, you skipped one.
No, WrestleMania 13.
WrestleMania 13, yes. So, also by the way, we will be we'll do 2 of these, and then we're going to take a break and do another show that kind of revolves around WrestleMania weekend.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then we'll go back and do our last Mania show. So we'll keep that other one under wraps for now. But
you'll love it.
Yeah. So take it away.
And with that, let's sit back, relax, wait for our next episodes, and enjoy wrestling.